Solitude as a tool is the understanding that isolation is not merely a stage of the journey, but an instrument for the polishing of consciousness. It ceases to be absence and becomes space. It ceases to be emptiness and becomes a laboratory. Solitude, when embraced with lucidity, transforms itself into the environment where the rare is formed, not through withdrawal, but through deepening. Solitude as a tool works because it suspends the noise of multiplicity. Without the weight of external expectations, the being finally listens to what was previously muffled, its own questions, its own limits, its own truths. It is in this silence that consciousness reorganizes itself. Solitude offers what no other space offers, that is, the possibility of looking inward, without distractions. It also allows the being to confront parts of itself that the collective cannot reach. Old fears, inherited beliefs, automatic impulses, everything emerges when the world withdraws. Solitude is the mirror that reveals what needs to be purified. The rare learns to use this mirror, not to punish itself, but to understand itself. It discovers that lucidity is born from an honest encounter with oneself. Solitude as a tool also strengthens autonomy. By walking without external support, the being learns to trust its own perception, its own intuition, its own direction. It ceases to depend on the validation of multiplicity and begins to depend on inner coherence. This autonomy is what allows the rare to sustain its consciousness, even when it returns to the collective. But solitude only becomes a tool when it is lived with intention. Without intention, it becomes isolation, withdrawal, fatigue. With intention, it becomes expansion. The rare learns to enter and leave solitude as one enters and leaves a workspace. It knows when it needs to withdraw in order to reorganize itself, and when it needs to emerge in order to contribute. In the end, solitude as a tool is what allows rarity to become density. It is within it that the being is purified, strengthened, and aligned. It is within it that consciousness ceases to be a fragment and becomes an axis. Solitude is not escape, it is foundation. It is not withdrawal, it is construction. It is not loss, it is a gain in depth.